And I'm so happy to have you on. And I even brought Belle, which I'll talk about on
Yeah.
the thing because, because what cracked me up is that when we were doing your TV show, when you were interviewing with Natasha, you just sat Belle in between the two of you and never even talked about her. And I loved that. So.
I immediately recognize her. Immediately.
And she you.
Kev, this should be a pretty interesting show here today. So
Yeah, this one might
I'm
be
excited.
might be a little racier than some.
All right.
We'll see where it goes.
Let's go.
We're going to turn our cameras off. Thank you guys for joining us.
Wait, let me turn on.
Patti, I think,
what?
No, go ahead. What were you saying?
I was going to turn on the chat in case we need the chat. If you,
Yep.
let me make this bigger. Can I make this bigger?
But do you need my image, or do you want me to shut off?
No, you have to be on air. We want to
Okay.
see your pretty face.
Ah, okay.
I'm so glad you're here. No. So, it's Brady Bunch like everything else in the world right now. We'll see that, but no. Most of this will just be audio when it's on Dash Radio, when it goes to podcast, Apple Music, Spotify, it'll be audio. But I will put a video when it launches on my YouTube.
Okay.
So, as kind of a behind the scenes.
I didn't speak English since 1 year.
Really?
Yeah. So I'll try to be with you.
Well, I remember. I mean, I've spent a couple different times with you, and I think your English is much better than you thought it was. You haven't spoken a year?
No.
This will be good practice.
Yeah, I'll try.
Okay,
I'll do my best.
Here we go, folks. I'm going to start the clock. Patti, we good to go?
We're good to go. Belle's not good to go, but we're good.
Here we go in 3, 2, 1, action.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to The Witching Hour. My name is Patti Negri, and I will be your host through this hour journey into the other worlds. Every week, I bring you amazing people from all over the world, hint, hint, where we talk about occult, magic, almost anything in the whole world, from things on the other side of the veil. You might recognize me from my appearances on Ghost Adventures on the Travel Channel, or my book, or a bunch of other TV shows, but this really is about empowerment and people and how amazing we are as a species. So I am so excited to have my guest today. I've wanted him for a really, really long time, and I've finally got a chance to ask him. Some of you may know him, many of you may not know him, but I want to introduce him more to my American audience. He is very famous in France. He is a celebrated writer, actor, host, and very, very funny comedian. I have to have all this stuff translated. I would like to introduce you and welcome you. Hello, Monsieur Poulpe. How are you?
Hello, Patti. I'm so happy to be here with you. You're as pretty as spooky right now. So
pretty and spooky. I like that. And I do want to warn everybody that I just love Poulpe just informed me that this is the first time he spoke English in a year.
Yeah.
And that makes me so happy.
I'm so sorry about that. So
no. I've honestly
it will be like a rodeo, but in a language. So
and we like rodeos, and like I said, I've spent enough time with you that I know your English is better than you think it is, even if you haven't talked for it a while.
I think I have a better English when I'm drunk, and you saw me drunk, so I think it was better.
Drink up. No, I don't. It's evening where you are. It is evening where you are. I have no excuse, so I'm drinking water. So the television show that I did with you, that I met you, it was a show you were on called Crack Crack, correct?
Yeah.
And it was a show all about sex and celebrating sexuality and human sexuality, correct?
Yeah, Crack Crack, it's not the drug name. Crack Crack is in French, it's a childish word to say make love. So Crack Crack is, so it's fuck, but in a childish way.
That's beautiful. And my episode was paranormal sex.
Yeah.
So we brought him all the way to America, or he was already all the way in America. And we were doing an episode on how to spectrophilia is the official name for it here, or the technical name for human ghost sex. And Poulpe came, and the whole gist of what we were doing is for you to have sex with Marilyn Monroe, correct?
Yeah, I tried and I succeeded.
Uh, I know. We went to the Hollywood Roosevelt, which is honestly my favorite place on the planet. I used to do a show there. I literally met my husband there. I've had the best experiences in the rooms with ghosts, with humans. So the fact that you guys went there was just made my day. So we met at the house and we talked about it, and then we went to the hotel. So a lot of people out there, well, a lot of people listening to my show actually do believe in spirits and ghosts, or why are they listening to the witching hour, some, witchy medium? Yes.
Can I say something? Because if some people listen that show and doesn't believe in the paranormal or in you, Patti, I was a believer, but I was here to do a story and to shoot some stuff. And when we rang at your door, you opened the door. You say, "Okay, come here." All the cameras, all the mics were rolling, and when we did just one step in your house, and all the batteries of all the devices shut down. So for all the people who doesn't believe in that stuff, I really I insist. There's a lot of weird stuff around Patti.
Yes, there is, including the ghost who lives here, who fell in love with you. She's French. She saw a French crew walking in the house. I think she almost had an orgasm when she saw you. She immediately was taken to you. But yes, the cameras did drain. I almost forgot about that. Actually, on paranormal shows, they know that. They're used to that. Everybody carries 2, 3, 4 times as many batteries. They have extra chargers. But for your show, you're not used to paranormal, so you weren't prepared for that. It's real, whether people believe it or not.
I think there was 2 cameras and 1 mic, and all the devices were dead. Yeah.
Yeah. They were happy to see you. It's energy, because again, whatever you think spirits are, I see energy. I take it all down to energy, which is going to end up being science one day. I think it's all kind of merging, but spirits are energy too, and they could use the batteries in your camera, in your cell phone. That's why lights flash on and off in haunted houses. It's just like a battery power.
For me, as a producer, for me, they use money for me, because there was a lot of battery we have to change, so it was a lot of money to
Oh, see, coming from the producer point of view, yeah, ghosts cost a lot of money. Yeah. They don't care. They don't care about money at all. I promise. They just they just wanted to come play with you. But yeah, sorry about that. Tricks of the trade. And for anybody watching, most of this is audio, but anybody watching, this was kind of, I decided it was bring your kid to work day. For those of you who can see, I have my 100-year-old German haunted doll Belle with me. And 2 reasons. One, because she wanted to see Poulpe, because last time he was here. And number 2, when he was filming with my friend Natasha an interview just in my living room, the cutest thing ever, he's funny, they just set Belle in between them on her own little rocking chair, but I don't believe she was ever referred to or talked about. And there was just this goofy doll sitting in between this interview about human ghost sex and relations, and that made me really happy. So I thought I'd just bring her here and set her here too.
I was a little bit afraid to see her blinking during the interview, and I was afraid of that. So I didn't really watch her because I was afraid of that.
Yeah. People catch her doing that all the time. Again, she's got more TVQ than I do, and people are always seeing her blinking, moving her eyes, staring at you, moving around. But it's good. Everybody in my house liked you. So again, spirit experience is great. We went to the Roosevelt, and we could talk about it a little. And I know you're skeptical. And almost all my French friends almost all my French friends don't have a big spirituality to them, aren't really into religion, let alone the paranormal, let alone, they're just kind of very matter of fact, more science based. So, and I love that. That is good. But so I'm sure you came in a bit skeptical until the lights happened. So what happened a little bit? We went to the Roosevelt. I kind of explained to you how to get in the mood for Marilyn, and
well, so you asked me to put a wardrobe. So I was just an underpants and a wardrobe, and I was on my bed, and everybody was in the back of the room. So I was alone on the bed, and you told me to do a little song to relax. Is that right? Yeah.
A little chant, yes.
Yeah, and so you everything that I will tell right now, it's true. The only rational explanation is you bewitched me or you hypnotized me, but I don't know. But I'm not sure about that. But so I was on the bed, and you said to me, "Do you feel something?" Because Adrienne she's on your leg. And I didn't feel anything. And 2 minutes after that, I felt like a very cold blanket on my leg. So first of all, I thought that was the AC on my leg.
Yeah, just on your leg.
Yeah, just on my leg. And all the time, there was that cold blanket invisible on my leg all the time after that. So it was not the AC. Yeah. So after that, we called Marilyn. And you told me that she were on my chest. And I didn't feel something right now, but 2 or 3 minutes after that, I felt something. It was like a hot ball in my body and moving in my body from my head to my belly, and it was moving around. And there's a lot of stories about that, about spectrophilia. It's like something hot in your veins or in your blood or in your body moving around. So I felt that, still with my cold blanket on my, on my head. And after that, I felt something. So it was a third kind of sensation, and it was a real hand, so a real human hand on my ribs, touching my ribs. And I was my eyes were closed, so I thought it was my camera crew doing a prank to me. So I opened. Is it my English is shitty?
You're perfect. You are perfect.
And
perfect.
So I opened my eyes to see someone touching my ribs, and there was nobody. But I still felt the hand on my ribs. So there was three things: the cold blanket, the hot ball in my body, and the invisible hand on my ribs. And I was like, okay, it's really weird, but on the camera, it's nothing. There's nothing on the image. So I did 12 hours on plane to came to Los Angeles, and there was nothing. So I told to Patti, okay, my show is a sex show, so I'm very professional, even if ghost touching me. And I said to Patti, my show it's a sex show. So is it possible that Marilyn Monroe can touch my penis? Yeah. And you said to me the best sentence of you said, Patti, spirits are respecting the consent.
A year ahead of Me Too, you know, yeah, a year ahead of it's the year of consent.
There was Me Too in the spirit world as well. So I said that sentence. I said with the loudest voice. I said, Marilyn Monroe, you can touch my penis. I said that.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I felt a different kind of sensation. One more, and it was like fingers touching my penis, but how do you say? Sorry, I have Google
No,
translation.
you're doing really good. You can check your dictionary, but you have said nothing, unwrong, right, English-wise, as I do it myself.
So the invisible fingers on my penis crossed my penis. It was like the passing through my penis.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so weird because I have still the cold blanket, the hot thing in my chest, the hand on my ribs, and the fingers around my cock, but passing by. And at that moment, I realized still it's just me lay down on the bed, and that's the worst footage of paranormal stuff on TV. Just a guy on the bed. So I tried to get a boner.
Yep.
Did I say that to you?
I don't know, but I mean, if Marilyn Monroe's sitting there playing with your penis, you'd go for it.
I think that's the first time I said that to you, Patti, but I tried to have a boner, to have something on image, and I didn't succeed because it was too hard to focus on my boner. There was so much weird things on me, and it was so weird, so I didn't succeed to have a boner. So I didn't try to cheat, but
Right.
but it was incredible. It was incredible, and I'm sure you didn't hypnotize me. I'm sure of that because you did some stuff like wake up or stuff like that. So you did not.
Yeah,
Hypnotize me.
I don't know how to hypnotize people. I saw that because again, the show is great, and I do have actually links to videos on my
Yeah.
on my YouTube page. But you had the show itself, crack crack, and then you did because you are a very funny comedian, you did a comedy routine about it afterwards. And again, now I've had that translated, and you were very funny. But you did say you thought you were hypnotized, but then you said, but you couldn't be hypnotized.
No, because there's a famous hypnotizer in France tried to do it on me, and he said to me, "No, you're too much in control to hypnotize you." So,
Yeah.
you're better hypnotizer than him, but I'm not sure about it.
I don't know how to hypnotize. No, and I think I would have had you talk to again, the little I know about hypnosis, I would have had to talk to you into it, like count
Yeah,
down or
yeah,
listen to my voice. I just sat there. I
yeah.
just sat there. So yeah, I don't know how to hypnotize. And I think you are too left brain. I work very much the left logical brain, the right intuitive brain. And if you stay in that left brain, I don't think people can be hypnotized a little
Yeah.
bit I know about it. So that's not the reason. It was just Marilyn thought you were cute. And Adrian, you kind of had a threesome. It was good.
A threesome with ghost. I'm so lucky, and I was so. I think it was not hypnotism because I was thinking about the footage, the film crew, the sound, the mic. So I was so much focused on the technical stuff. So no, I think I'm sorry, but I think it was a ghost threesome. Yeah.
It was a ghost. It was a ghost. Ghost. It was Marilyn Monroe, which is even better because you
Yeah.
could get a trickster in there. You could get somebody coming in and said, "Who? No, I'm Marilyn Monroe. I'm your sex goddess lover," and it's some cranky old not Marilyn, but it was Marilyn. I was able to see that because they do lie sometimes. And anybody who, I just want to say about spectrophilia and ghost sex, any of you who've got your jaw dropped right now, anybody who thinks it's just the evil side of things, that, oh, it's the incubus and the succubus and the demons come down from hell and suck your soul. It's like, no, there is the bad side of it and there is the good side of it. Just like human sex, there's good sex and bad sex. There's consensual sex and there's non-consensual sex. There's a way to have just the good stuff, and it's not demonic or dark. I've just I've worked with people in this forever and ever, and especially in America, France less so. We are such a prudish society. We are
Yeah.
so prudish, and you know, ghosts in themselves are a weird bad word you don't talk about. Sex you don't talk about, and combine the two. But so
Mm.
many people have had this experience, even on the good side, and they either think that they're crazy, or they've got the demon on them, or just something ridiculous. So I like, even we're doing it light and funny like you do, doing it real, because there's a million people out there going, oh my God, this is real. I've been afraid to tell anybody or work with anybody because I've had ghost sex and it was good, and now I think I'm really evil and it was really good. Because I must say, how you were saying how it felt like the hands went through your penis,
Yeah.
everybody who says it's really good sex, apparently, especially again, had you not had the whole film crew and it wasn't on camera and you're thinking about doing a show, you don't have the limitation of the physical body of skin, like
Mm.
it not just you know, penetration, it penetrates every part of you.
Yeah.
So it's like 3 steps deeper.
And it's brand new sex sensation because there's some cold, some hot. It's really weird, and I never felt that before. So it's so cool. But even if it's some bad spirits like incubus or succubus,
Yeah.
if they're doing some good on jobs, it's okay. In fact,
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah. I work with people all the time, people who, again, the good side and make them know it's all right, the bad side, how to stop it. I don't think, I don't want people to get too addicted to it, because people can, and that's not good. Because talk about geographically undesirable relationships. You know, you can't bring them home for the holidays. You can't bring them home to say. So I think it's a really good thing for people in transition. I know lots of people I've worked with had their former lovers come to them for closure, or women or even men who kind of lost their sensuality or feeling of sexuality, and they haven't got near, you know, a lover in forever, and they're frightened. That's actually brought in, oh wow, I can be aroused, I can have sexuality and sensuality, starting out with ghosts, and then I still try to lead them into the human realm eventually, because again, it is geographically way undesirable for a long-term relationship. So is this your only paranormal experience you've ever had? Have you ever seen
No,
a
no, no.
ghost anywhere else?
No, no, I did some other stories, so non-sexual this time.
Okay.
But I did two things. One for a comedy show, and I passed a night in a haunted castle in France. Uh,
Ooh.
and there was a lot of spooky things. I heard some noises. I smelled some weird perfume in a room, or there was no electricity, no candles, no nothing, and there was a big perfume. I did how do you say when you touch the table and the table are dancing a lot?
Table tipping, yes, table
Table
tipping.
tipping, yeah. So I really followed table because the table she was gone, and I did some other stuff, and it's on Netflix. So I don't remember the English name. I think it's Until the Dawn, but
Okay.
I'm not sure if it's in the USA. And the concept, the pitch is simple. There's 3 comedians uh, during a full night in a haunted place.
Were you guys together in the haunted place, 3
Yeah,
comedians,
yeah,
or
yeah,
separate?
yeah. 3 comedians in a haunted place, and I did the how do you call the
Dowsing
when,
rods, the sticks, the dowsing rods?
yeah,
Yeah.
the sticks, and it was moving so fast, and I had a little a beginning of fade out when you
Hmm.
go, yeah. So my legs were shaking, and I was hot, and it was a little bit horrible.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but
Uh,
since I met you, I'm really more sensitive to paranormal stuff, and I can recognize when I'm in a bad place with bad vibes, and I feel that. I feel that really, really, yeah, really strong. I feel the bad vibes, or when the walls are how do you say that? Sorry, sorry.
No, you're doing good. When the walls are coming in on you, the walls are vibrating, the walls are talking.
It's heavy, and it's
He's typing in English.
Yeah, I tapped on Google Trad, but it's heavy. I felt some walls heavy.
Wow, that's so. Yeah, people, again, once you open up your site a little bit, or you're willing to, or you're open to it, then your site stays open more. It's something we can develop. It's just like going to the gym. You work out the muscles, you work out that third eye muscle, and once it's opened, it never closes quite as much. So and it is about using discernment. What feels good, what feels bad. If it feels bad, get out or tell it to leave. I do believe we have control over the other realm. And if it feels good, don't be afraid to talk to it. I guess you have to don't start out with touch my penis. Know who it is first. But if it's Marilyn, you can go there.
Everybody should trying that. Everybody should get fingered, or get a hand job, but it's so cool to have sex with.
Hand job by Marilyn Monroe. How many people can say that? I don't know, maybe a lot, but not that I know of. No.
Yeah.
I've seen her, again, the Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel. It's here in Los Angeles, in Hollywood. It was built in the 20s. All the stars hung out every decade. I've stayed in the Montgomery Cliff room with him and his man lover. It's a fun place, and mostly fun ghosts hang out there. It's not like you're in the insane asylum or the prison where all the bad ghosts get stuck and hate each other. It's a place of fun, and it is a good thing.
Yeah, there's cool vibes, and it's a pretty hotel, in fact.
Yeah,
the lobby is really nice, but you feel some weird stuff in the hallway and on the stairs and stuff like that.
Yeah, and sadly, the owners now, which have made it beautiful, really fixed it up, but they are really trying to play against the haunted and paranormal angle. Even the Marilyn Mirror, which for years people saw her reflection in, they sent it away. They sent it to New York or something. They want to play down the paranormal, which I don't think is even a good business decision, but hey, not my hotel. Okay. Tell us. My head's going in like 12 different directions. Right now, we are still in lockdown. Your country's not doing as bad as ours, I don't think. So we've all had a lot more time at home, or time to ourselves. What are your thoughts, without getting overly political or anything? How are you dealing with this worldwide pandemic? What is your thoughts on this? How is it affecting you?
So at the beginning, I have a problem. I am afraid of the emptiness. Okay. So at the beginning, the first month, I did like 3 shows on on Instagram, on my TV channel, Canal Plus. I did a lot of stuff. I worked a lot. I create some Instagram live shows, and then I did a TV show. Sorry, not a TV. A comedy show. And then I did a game show. So I did a lot of stuff. And now I accept the fact that I think it's time to recover our minds.
Yes.
And it's a time to sorry, I have to
That's okay, you're doing really good.
It's time to feed our knowledge, our brain with culture and stuff we didn't do from nowhere, like reading some very boring books or looking at very boring paintings or stuff like that. But it's time to do that to feed our brain, because I think it's important to embrace,
That's okay.
the emptiness of that time and to muscle our mind and our brain. I think that.
I agree. I think it's a big reset. I think
Yeah.
universe, whatever, was like we got so asleep, so numb, so
Yeah.
such a high volume of not, asleep at the wheel, everything. It's a big reset, at somewhat of a high cost and a lot of everything, but I think we just needed to do it. And I like how you said to feed. I haven't even heard those terms, because
Yeah.
I just keep saying reset and what is really important and how are we going to learn, and again, it's like a reboot of our whole computer world.
Yeah. And I think it's an important break for our minds, but I'm sure it's difficult for a lot of people to not work, to not earn money, and all the shitty situation.
Yeah.
So it's really hard, but I think it's important to put a lot of stuff in our brains right now.
Good. Good. And today in our brains, we are putting spectrophilia and ghosts. Because it's something that people don't talk about every day.
No, I'm sure about that. Yeah.
Okay, if we were, I know the lockdowns kind of go in and out and the quarantines depending with thing, but if this lasted another year, what would you want to bring into your house that would be different? What are you missing, or into your life?
1 year. You're
Yeah,
so mean.
I know. Hopefully it's not. I'm praying on the vaccinations that
Yeah.
coming up. But
I think if it's during one more year, for me, I have to do that thing so difficult to do, but I think I have to try to write a book, because I have
ooh,
no time to do that. So perhaps that will be that time to do that and try to write a book and some serious thing. Every time I do some jokes on characters, and so perhaps that will be the time to be serious and try to be serious and doing a book here.
I
And I
think
will
that's.
translate for you.
Yeah, please do. Please do. I know I've had so many people ask my book in different, but if I could do a book, you can do a book, and you should do it. So start now. Hopefully it won't be a year, but all I can say is if I can do it, anybody can do it. So I would love to read your book in whatever language it is. So yeah, take advantage of what it is. I haven't figured out, I cleaned my office and that was about big for me. I would like to go clear out closets. I haven't got, it's like not enough time yet, not enough time. That'll take a redo. Um,
I
what,
can't imagine you cleaning your house. I can't. I don't know how it's possible.
well,
There's too much things.
it's too much stuff. And plus I'm used to having a housekeeper, not very often, every 2 weeks, like most people around here, but we haven't had her come in. So I have to clean my own house. I really hate that. I just not.
How did you do? Because Patti, she has a lot of drums,
I have a
but
lot
a
of drums.
lot of drums in her room. So when you clean that, it was the worst sound ever.
Yes, and you have to get on a ladder to climb up to those drums. But you did the drums play when we were there? Did the drums
Yeah,
play by themselves? Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, that's what my ghosts do. They like to, you can't reach them. They're, I don't know how many feet up in the air, that even with it takes a ladder to reach them. But
yeah.
versus old school, ghost tapping and table tapping, my main ghost Adrian likes to boom, hit the drum, boom, crack the drum, especially during seances and things. It's like boom, hit the drum. Rarely on cue, but they like to make a point. um, So after quarantine, do you have plans, or again, is production and stuff picking up there? It's trying to here, but it's
Yeah, it's really difficult. So my plans are to do a comedy game in France on TV, and it's so weird pitch. It's an alien doing a comedy game, and if the humans doesn't succeed, the planet explodes. So that's
So it's a life or death of the planet game.
exactly. And
Okay.
I'm writing a movie for me as the first role, and it's an action comedy movie.
Oh, I love
So,
it.
yeah, so I'm doing a lot of push-ups.
Because you got to go be Arnold Schwarzenegger or The
I
Rock.
have,
Yeah,
I have to. Yeah.
I love that. Well, I think you're pretty fit. I remember seeing you almost naked in a bathrobe. I think you look. All those girls were watching.
There was no muscles. You're kind because there was no muscles, I think.
There
No.
was.
No.
I don't remember. I mean, we were there was like you said, there was a lot going on, but I think you have muscles. I wouldn't worry too terribly much, Poulpe. I wouldn't worry too terribly much.
Thank you so much to seeing me like a muscle man.
No, it was so cute. I said, you know, you put on something sexy. I was working with, I think it was BuzzFeed girls, and they wanted it with BuzzFeed, so it wasn't all video. They were doing their own thing, and they wanted to both try sex with a ghost. And one was straight, one was gay, and I told them what to do. I kind of explained everything. And you know, one had a little sensation, not much, the other nothing. I go, how did you go to bed? And they're like, well, we wore our sweats. And it's like, really? Who are you going to seduce wearing your sweats? Is that what you really? That's why I said, no, get sexy, whatever that means to you. You know, don't sit there. That's goofy, because ghosts are just like us in that aspect.
I should put some lingerie next time.
Next time, some nice lingerie. Yeah, there you go. She might like it. I've seen Marilyn walking around the pool. She's glamorous, like in this chiffon, like, you know, old school pool cover floating by the pool at the Roosevelt. You know, when people travel again, come to Hollywood, go to the Hollywood Roosevelt. It's an experience both in nice luxury, medium luxury, and history, and Hollywood history. It's a good place. And they have not paid me to say that. If you could do anything in the world, if you could go anywhere, where would you go? I want to get out of the house. That's why all my questions are weird. Like, what are you going to do after this? I am going stir crazy, I have to tell you. So where do you want to go?
So this summer, I really wanted to go to California because, you know, I love LA.
Yes.
And I love all the deserts on Joshua Tree and all the deserts just up to LA. And the other place, I think I would like to go to New Zealand to see New Zealand because I don't know that country. So New Zealand and everywhere in the world a bar with a lot of alcohol. I think.
Well, that's pretty much almost everywhere, you know, that I've traveled to so far.
Yeah.
Yes.
But a lot of alcohol abroad. That's the perfect things to do after the coronavirus.
Yeah. Get on the road. I'm scheduled to go again. I hope it's all right. Next May, I've got a tour coming to Ireland. It's a Game of Thrones tour of Ireland and castles, and the castles all use. I'm very excited about that. They're just starting to advertise it. Yeah, I've never been to Ireland. I've never been to England. I've been to France twice, but a lot of Europe I just haven't seen yet. So someday soon.
Ireland is cool. I think I will come with you in Ireland.
Okay, please do.
Yeah.
I'll send you information. I would love to have you. It's going to be the lady who's leading it. She's Irish, and she's got the big Irish brogue, and her name's May, and she sings Irish songs. She's perfect person to guide us through it. So yeah, once we get out of here, I'm actually doing a live event next week, which is weird. Almost
Okay.
everything has been canceled in here, all the big events, because you can't. And most, like California shut things down, Nevada, Oregon, but Nevada hasn't shut things. And I'm doing a convention, Virginia City Paracon next week. I am just
Okay.
packing all 10 masks that I have. I'm doing 2 seances at some famous haunted suicide table. I'm excited and scared all at the same time. And I do love being excited and scared all at the same time. I do like a challenge, but it's weird. It'll be like real people.
So pay attention just to put some gel in your hands,
Yes.
and all the spirits and spiritual doors will be open if you
Yeah.
put some gel.
Yes, put some gel, some spiritual gel on my hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, I've been living just like this on Zoom calls. So what is your advice? Again, I'm all about empowering people and people following their dreams. So how did you get here? Again, how did you get your fame, your fortune, follow your dreams as this comedian, actor, host, right? I mean, you do everything. You're in the public eye. Did you know you were going to do this when you were 13?
Yes, because that's really sad, because if I don't know anything else to do. I don't know any other jobs. So I began to do some videos, some sketch videos on internet, way before YouTube. I began in 98
Wow.
to do some stuff on internet. So I was one of the first people in France to do some video on internet, some funny videos, and some TV channels contacted me to do some stuff, and then cinema, movies, and stuff like that. And that's the only thing I know. So if I have a big bad buzz, or if I don't have no more work, I really don't know how to do in life. So I try to figure it out, but perhaps cook. I try to do some cooking session, but that's funny things are my only knowledge in life.
Okay, well, that is good. And you followed it and you made it happen. Do you think it was more organic or planned? That's my question. Like, it was like, I'm going to be famous, I'm going to be on TV, or just it happened? Because with me, it just happened.
No, it's just happened. It's totally organic, and I'm lucky. It's just luck to be on TV or in movies, because if you are on TV or on movies, you have some cash, and with my cash, I can do more funny videos. So I'm so lucky about that, and I'm really I'm not into fame or billionaire style, but I'm doing that for living, and I live for that. So luckily, I have some audience and some money to continue that, and I'm so lucky about that.
That's good. Do you, I mean, again, I saw the one video where you were talking about it, of that show. Do you do a lot of comedy touring? Do you do a lot of live stuff?
On stage? When it's a question of, sorry, I'm blurry. There's a ghost on my webcam.
Yes, there's a ghost on your webcam.
No,
that was kind of weird.
I'm trying to. So for the podcast, I put the light on, okay, for the podcast listeners.
Perfect. Yay, thank you. Yeah. Oh, that's right. It's like, did it just become nightfall there, or it's already been night?
Yeah, in France, yeah.
Yeah.
So sorry, what did you
Oh, no,
me?
we were just talking about if like, are you missing touring or anything like that? Do you do a lot of live, or just?
I'm doing a lot of TV work. So when I have time to do other stuff, I'll do it, but it's like a Tetris, a Tetris in my planning. So when I have time to do stage stuff, I'll do, but it's really hard to find some moment to do that.
Good. Good. And I want to see your game show where we all die. I know it's the ghosts are coming in. We're both moving our hands into screen. It is weird how you got blurry because it didn't look like it got darker from here. But can you
Yeah.
notice that Belle is much more smiley now?
Yeah.
Yeah, she is. It's weird. I mean, this is a porcelain face. It really can't change, but everyone can tell her mood. Like, and her eyes do move and moves around on her own. But three people will walk in and like in one day, when she's happy, happy. The next day, she's not. Everyone can just tell her mood. And I think she likes seeing you wander around there. I guess she likes how you get up, walk, turn the light on. It's a weird world I live in, but it's pretty
It's
fun.
scary, but to be polite, I'll say it's cool, Patti. It's so cool, but in fact, it's really scary.
But see, I have never been scared, Poulpe. I was 3 or 4 years old, knew the thing in the closet was real and under the bed was real. Wasn't even that scary. There was the scary ones and the not scary ones. I literally did my first seance at 7 or 8. I always kind of know that this is our realm. I mean, I've been scared because with when somebody bursting into flames when I was at Marilyn Manson, that's scary. Some of the places Ghost Adventures put me into, the big serial killer houses that I channel through them, that's scary. But like I said,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, we'll have to do that for you next time. We'll have to go to, come to Ireland with us. There should be some interesting ghosts in some of those
Yeah, because
castles.
I never had a ghost hand job in Ireland, so I have to try.
Exactly. You can
Yeah,
have ghost hand jobs around the world. New Zealand ghosts might be
yeah, of
fun.
course, yeah.
Yeah. You had California ghosts, but come back anyway. You like?
But I have to try the ghost doggy style.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very, very famous in California.
Yeah. Yes. um, that is so weird. You just went
Yeah,
blurry
I don't
again.
know why I'm blurry, totally blurry.
Eh,
It's you,
So
Patti, and you. It's horrible for the technical device. In fact, you're like a virus.
I'm a virus. I'm a
Yeah,
virus. But
yeah,
you see, I am clear and shiny because I'm not going to mess up I'm good at what I do. No, and it's okay. Yeah, so we're sorry. Pope has got a little blurry, and no reason. It's not like the light has
Oh,
changed. But maybe it's Adrian. Maybe it's Marilyn coming through. I don't think they have time and space. I don't think they have time and space. So you do. I like that you have a little fear base to things. Would you, other than say it wasn't even just for a TV show, it wasn't just because that's what you had to do, would you go to some like darkly haunted place and hang there?
yeah. I had one time I went to an
Mhm.
Airbnb,
Mhm.
and it was really spooky. There was a big stairs like on 3 floors. It was
Mhm.
a really big stair, and when you put your foot on the stairs, you feel bad.
Mm.
It's horrible, and all my friends in the house, like during 3 days on the Airbnb, at the end, all the friends were arguing and shouting, and nobody were nobody were friends at the end. It was horrible. And one night I was totally drunk as usual, and I went to bathroom to vomit as usual, a regular Thursday, and it was like 3 a.m. and I was alone to go to vomit, and I felt some kind of someone was behind me.
Mhm.
It was really spooky, and I had some sorry,
No, you've really been smooth as
goosebumps.
silk.
I had a lot of goosebumps
Yeah.
on me, and so I vomit on the stairs. It was my vengeance. So my revenge on the ghost of that Airbnb was to vomit on the stairs.
I love it. Yeah, goosebumps, that's the telltale sign always of things. And that's what's weird about a negative spirit. Like you said, all your friends were fighting. People
Yeah,
don't get it. They want to go talk to dark spirits and stuff. And to confront them well, you know, like they do on the TV shows, that's one thing. But you
Mm.
get negative spirits in your house, it's not like fun, scary ghosts. It's
Yeah.
arguing and fighting and illness, and it takes your energy. So that's why you've got to keep your spaces clear, you know,
But
where you live.
I think that you're the professional, so you will tell me it's true or not. But I think a lot of stories, so a lot of people watching or feeling or listening some stuff, there's there are more bad spirits than good spirits when we talk about it.
Well, we talk about the bad ones, just like the ghost shows. That they're not going to go to sweet grandma ghost and
Yeah.
talk to her. That's not interesting. They won't. So the bad stuff, the bad kid gets all the press. I think there is more good ghosts than bad ghosts. They're just quiet. Just there's more good people than bad people, but who gets the press?
Okay. And what about the feelings? You feel you feeling more bad vibes or good vibes?
I personally, because that's the cosmology and realm I set up, I think I thrive. I think I live on the good vibes, but the bad vibes are icky. They do drain your energy. They make you sick, and they make you fight, and I did have once, my house is really warded, and really, even though it's spooky and whatever, it's not going to have anything bad. But from the house across the street once, I'm in a hilly area, a negative energy just literally rolled across the street and into me, and it was like, ugh, I hate life. I want to kill myself. I want to lay down. It's like, this isn't me. So they change your way of being. So you want to get rid of the bad stuff. Clear your spaces. I mean,
And what
going off
about
to a haunted Airbnb, that's one thing. But yeah.
and what about the testimonials of your clients? They're talking more of bad vibes or good vibes?
No, my clients are talking, again, I go in and clear the bad vibes. Um, and but most of my clients talk about the good stuff that it just changes a perception, changes a point of view. And in my clearings, we're getting into the paranormal stuff. Sadly, the really good stuff I can't talk about, like the
Mm.
celebrity stuff, because, like, you know, NDAs, non-disclosure agreements. But
Mm.
I have one of the most famous murder houses. It's a castle. It's in LA, one of the most, oh my God, the oozy dark entities walking around this castle where this horrible murder had happened. And the poor person living there was tortured by this ghost. I didn't know I was going to the most famous murder castle. And I got there, it's like, oh, I should have brought more supplies. This is going to take longer than 2 hours at a regular house. But you know, we got it. At least her hair got to stop falling out. Another one, I guess I can talk about this. This is funny. I guess younger people don't know who he is, but I was in one of the most famous houses in LA, the Aaron Spelling Mansion, the Aaron Spelling
Ah,
Manor.
of
He
course,
was a
yeah.
guy who Love Boat, Fantasy Island, all those big
Beverly
TV
Hills.
shows of the '80s. Yes, he was it. Aaron Spelling. He was producer of The World. Anyway, the new family that was living there at the time, the poor guy was being totally tortured, couldn't sleep, by Aaron Spelling. Aaron, and that's so weird. It didn't bother the girl, the woman, didn't bother the little kid. I think Aaron was just fed up with women, and between, you know, Candy Spelling, his daughter Tori Spelling, just leave the girls alone. But he just tortured this guy. So this
Wow.
was, you know, a super high security house, super high security person, super private person. And we were doing all my weird clearing things with bells and chimes and knives and herbs. And I'm like, I have the most surreal life in the world, having to get rid of the ghost of Aaron Spelling out of Spelling Manor. And, you know, when there's like 25 security people downstairs and cameras, and I have the homeowner bouncing around going, hiya, hiya, hiya. But we did it, and then he was able to sleep again. So, you know,
Okay.
we got to
So
roll. This is our
you
world.
you fired Aaron Spelling, in fact.
Yeah, I fired Aaron Spelling. He did. And what's really funny, because if I do full circle, when I first got to Hollywood, when there was nobody, I was a lava girl on Fantasy Island. I was one of the girls who ran around in the bikinis, who served Rourke the champagne as they got off the plane, and put the lays on all those famous guests that used to do the show. I was, you know, a glorified extra in a bikini called a lava
Ah,
girl. So full circle, I fired him.
Sorry, Patti, but you have to show us the footage.
Okay, I will show you the footage. I will show you the footage. It's pretty funny. Anyway, my producer says we are getting close to the end, which makes me so sad. And again, I know most of your stuff is in French, but I do have friends who speak French because I've talked to them all this week going, give me your take on this. So how do people find you, Poulpe? Where do people find you? All over the world, since our listeners are.
So they can go to Instagram, and my name is Monsieur Poulpe. Monsieur Poulpe, and there, I think there are a lot of videos understandable. Oof, that's a bad word. Is it correct? Understandable? No.
I don't know. That's not right. I don't.
No, I'm killing the English language.
No, you're not. You have an adorable accent. You haven't killed it. We're still.
So the English and American people can understand a lot of my videos, but because there's not so much French language in that, so they can see that.
Okay, so find you on Instagram, find you everywhere. Just or Google Monsieur Poulpe. And Poulpe, that's the octopus, correct?
Yeah.
I like that.
Because I'm doing a lot of stuff. I'm acting, I'm writing, I'm directing, I'm writing because I did some comic books. So a lot of stuff like an octopus, but I'm so soft.
Aww.
Yeah.
I like that. Well, thank you, Monsieur Poulpe, Mr. Octopus. Again, fell in love with you when I met you, so come back to California as soon as they let you.
I miss you, Patti. I miss you so much, Patti. Really.
I miss you too. So we will do this again. Maybe in Ireland, maybe back in LA.
Yeah.
Who knows? I haven't been to New Zealand.
I'll bring my lube in Ireland to,
Okay, it sounds perfect. We will go talk to those nice old Irish middle century ghosts. So anyway, everybody, thank you for listening. You are listening to The Witching Hour on dashradio.com TalkX, and 1 week later you can see it on Spotify, Apple, and all the usual podcast places. Follow me at pattynegri.com, all the social medias. Please like me, follow me, like Monsieur Poulpe, follow Monsieur Poulpe. He's really funny. And thank you. And Belle. Oh, my dog her head fell off. No, okay. Thank you very much from The Witching Hour. See you next week. Magic is everywhere. You just have to look sometimes. Thank you.
Oh.
I'm
so sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, you have nothing to apologize for.
Oh, I understood. Your English is excellent. It's way better than what my French would be.